Hi everybody. All right, our second make and take I think is my favorite. Look how cute these guys are. Oh my gosh. I think they are inspired by my thoughts of spring. I've noticed a lot of this Kelly green and navy out in stores and on Pinterest, so I thought I need to make something like that. And then I wanted to use another one of the colors, so I paired this one with Watermelon Wonder, Bermuda Bay and Watermelon Wonder, bright and sunny and cheerful. So I'm going to show you how to make, they're exactly the same, but we're going to make this one today, the springy one. All right, I'm using my new favorite paper. It's called Shine On, and it's in the Occasions catalog, and it is craft based, but it has a pattern on one side, and then the other side has a shimmery pattern. So I love craft paper because it's thick and sturdy, but this paper with a pattern on it has just made me fall head over heels. So that's what this is. It's called Shine On, and this piece measures 10 inches by 6 inches. And we're going to use the gift bag punch board. If you haven't gotten the gift bag punch board yet, it's in the big catalog, the main catalog, and it's only $20. And it's very versatile. I believe it's the easiest of the punch boards, and it also is quick. And I seem to get it right when I use this one. The other ones, I get it right about 50% of the time, but this one, I seem to get it right each time. So if I was going to recommend a punch board to start with, it would be the gift bag punch board. All right, so we're going to use the small measurement here on our board. First, we're gonna line it up right here on this edge with this little pointy thing here, and we're gonna punch. And we're gonna score at the small line. We also need to score across the top. Okay, now slide it down to that score line, pointy thing, score line that you already made, and punch. Now think about this is the front and these are the sides. So on the sides, we need this little pleat to help our bag fold. So I'm gonna score the side and this one, and then do this little triangle right here. That's gonna make our bag fold in pleat on the side. And then don't forget to do the ones up here at the top. All right, slide it down, and we're going to make a pattern. So we're going to do another solid front. Okay, so it'll be a front, side, front, side. So punch, you've lined it up there, and use the small line because we're making a small bag. Slide it over, punch, score on the top, and use the side line. Okay, remember we're making the side. All right, come one more. We're gonna punch this last one like that, okay? So that's your basic bag construction. But we're gonna make a bag with a flap. So we're gonna turn it over and we're gonna put a flap on this one right here. So I'm gonna line up the pointy thing. You like my name for it, pointy thing. And punch. And I'm gonna do this horizontal line all the way across. I'm not gonna punch. I'm going to punch only one more other place, you'll see. Only on this section where we're going to make the flap. Punch. And then let's get that score line to go all the way across. Okay, so there we have our basic bag construction. Now we need to do some trimming. We're going to cut everything here off and everything here off. And this guy right here. Okay, so let's start with the top. Just follow your score line. These are our really sturdy craft scissors. I try to only use them for my ribbon, but lately I've been using them for paper too because they're so good. As long as I don't get adhesive on them. All right, we're gonna cut that little guy off. Now, I want you to take this and just cut that corner off there and there. Now, if you place an order using the hostess code for this party, I'm going to send you the make and takes, the 3 make and takes that we're doing tonight, including this one, and I will have it punched and scored for you. You'll need to trim it, but I'll have it punched and scored for you. All right, so here's what it looks like. One other thing I want to recommend is that you really focus on getting these score lines folded because these are the ones that are going to need to fall into place when we put this bag together. Craft cardstock is very sturdy and it's great for bags and boxes. However, I always have a problem with adhesive with a craft paper. So I recommend that you use a liquid adhesive for your craft paper. I'm not a big fan of liquid adhesive, but I use it when I have to. I prefer something quick and fast, like Fast Fuse, but because of the nature of the craft, I find that it pulls apart after a while. It doesn't hold forever. So fold that tab in there and press it down. Now we're gonna have to have some drying time for this. Make sure I get that all lined up right, or this bag is gonna be funky. Now what I like to do is take a couple of our little clothespins and kind of hold that closed there, set it aside for a little while. Okay, so while that's drying, let's make the tag. This is a piece, a 2 by 3 inch piece of Night of Navy Designer Series paper from the Regals DSP stack. And I'm gonna punch it in our triple banner punch, just to get that one banner end. I am using a sentiment from this stamp set. I haven't used the stamp set yet, but I've used the sentiment because I think it's really pretty. You are made of wonderful. I mean, who thought of that? That's beautiful. If somebody told me that, I would cry. So I thought that that was a really precious sentiment. This set is called Picture Perfect, and it's a 3-step stamp. It's beautiful, but I'm just using the sentiment. You are made of wonderful. So I'm going to use that Cucumber Crush, which is our Kelly green color. Stamp the sentiment. And I'm using the washi punch, the washi tape punch, and I'm going to turn it over so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. Looks like I might have smeared mine a little bit. So let's do this. Cardstock has 2 sides, right? So let's just re-stamp it on the other side, and we have a clear stamp so we can hopefully see where we're stamping. That's better. Okay, so let's put those aside. The other part of the tag is the bow, and I'm using the Bow Builder punch and some Night of Navy cardstock. And I recommend you use a bone folder when you're putting these together. Take that bone folder and just kind of roll those pieces a little bit, curl them. That'll help them go together better. My bone folder is a little messy because I use it to spread out ink on my oh, we don't need that to curl that. I use it to spread ink refill on my ink pads. I know it's bad, I should hide it. I'm too lazy. I don't want to get up and go find a spoon. I just want to use what I have, so mine's nice and stained. All right, so I put a glue dot there. I'm gonna put those ends together. So there's one part of our bow. Another glue dot on that end. Another glue dot. Can you guys tell I like glue dots? Of course, you can use liquid adhesive, but it would take a lot longer. Okay, so I just put that over. Can you guys see how that is? All right, now we're going to take these little guys and we're going to adhere them one over the other. And then one more. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take this little piece. You get this piece when you do one punch. I did 2 sets of this. I punched it twice. And I only need 1 of these. And I'm going to show you. I put a glue dot in the center and a glue dot on each end. And I start there in the center on the front. And then I fold that one over. And I fold that one over. Get another, yes, glue dot. Sometimes I use a dimensional for this part. And squeeze it right there. And there's your bow. All right, so let's come over here. And I'm going to put a dimensional on the back. Put it at the top of our banner. And our sentiment also needs a dimensional. You are made of wonderful. Oh, so sweet. Okay, so there's our tag. Let's go back and see how our box is looking. Take those off. Hopefully we've given it enough dry time. We're going to fold those in. And before you seal up that bottom, push those into the right place. And then we're going to fold the bottom in. I always put the short ones first. And then do the bigger ones. You might consider hot glue with a project like this because of the craft, the nature of the craft paper. Like I told you before, the adhesive doesn't always stay stuck. All right, so I'm gonna stop the video and come back in about 5 minutes when this is dry. All right, I think we've given it enough time. Now to keep my bag closed, I'm gonna use a Velcro dot. These you just get at your regular old craft store or your sewing store, fabric store. And this is where I'm actually going to recommend that you use hot glue. You have a hot glue gun. Yes, these are already have adhesive on them, but I want these to really stay stuck. So I put a little bit of hot glue on that one and a little bit of hot glue on that one so I know that they're lined up, and I put it there. Because this is constantly going to be pulling it to come apart, I know that a regular adhesive is not going to hold it in place. So I used hot glue. And then I'm going to take these clothespins again and hold that down closed. Okay? Okay, so the last thing we would do is put on our tag. And stick that right on the top. Like that. And while that one is drying, let's look at the original. There it is. And there is the one with the Calypso. So when if you get your to-go or your free make and takes, I'll have everything punched and scored ready for you. All you'll need are ink and stamps, and you can always substitute a sentiment if you don't have the same one. All right, I hope you guys like this project. Let me know what you think, and I'll be back in a little while with our third make and take.